to another beer review. Tonight we're checking out a very special beer for me, and I think a very special beer in general. This is Consecration from Russian River Brewing. This is a sour ale that's aged in Cabernet Sauvignon barrels, and it's got currants added to it. It's cork and cage, so I'm gonna flap my gums while trying to get this open. I always struggle with these cork and cage bottles, by the way. This is a 10% alcohol by volume beer, so it's a big sour. And it comes from Russian River. This was actually the first sour I ever had. Let's see if we're gonna have a problem opening this. Nope. Ooh, tons of smoke on that. This was the first sour I ever had, and it kind of opened my eyes to how awesome sour beers could be. Like I said, 10%. It's aged in Cabernet Sauvignon barrels, and they add currants to it. So Russian River makes ridiculously awesome sour beers. It's kind of what they're known for, other than their IPAs with Pliny the Elder, Pliny the Younger, and Blind Pig. So this, I figured this is definitely worthy of a beer review. So let's get to it. We'll put that there. This pour is like a deep ruby red, like a fiery red color. Tons of carbonation coming up from the bottom of the glass on that. Off-white head, about a half a finger. Just super tight white bubbles everywhere. Almost reminds you, like other sours, of like a kind of like that champagne sort of effervescence. Why am I struggling to say that? Effervescence. But yeah, it looks amazing in the glass. The aroma on this one, wow, lots of Cabernet characteristics, red wine for sure. If you guys have ever cooked with like red wine vinegar or balsamic vinegar, you kind of get that. Just by smelling this, you can tell this is going to be very mouth puckering, very drying. Very reminiscent of like an awesome, really thick balsamic vinegar. Dark fruits, you definitely get those currants. Currants are, I think it's like a cranberry, right? There's definitely like sweet cherries. An awesome, just fruity smelling sour. The aroma on this is crazy. So good. Very sweet smelling. Cherries, currants, cranberries. It does. You get like that barrel characteristic, some oakiness. Awesome stuff. So let's go and dig in. Cheers. Yeah, very mouth puckering. Still, like my mouth is watering from that. Kind of makes your jaw kind of go. It's like that. When you know you're gonna eat like something sour, like if you guys have ever had like Warhead candies, your brain knows you're about to eat something, so your mouth waters really bad. That definitely happens on that. It's so good. Tons of fruit, currants, cherries, cranberries. You definitely get that barrel characteristic. There's some oakiness. Very dry finish. And you just get that like kind of mouth-watering, just puckering, just sour kind of a thing going on. Awesome stuff. 10% alcohol. I don't know where it's hidden. It's nowhere to be found on the nose or in the taste of that. It just makes me happy drinking this. Like I said, this was like the first sour I ever had. I had heard about it, and I walked into a bottle shop, and it was there, and I decided to buy it. And I remember my mother-in-law was in town. She's a big red wine drinker. And I was like, hey, let's try this. And she absolutely loved it. And so did I. And it kind of got me into thinking, maybe I can get more into sours. And ever since then, I just have been trying to get my hands on as many sours as I could to try them. And I mean, it's kind of hard to pick this one as the first one, because after that, it's kind of hard to find beers that kind of compare to this, because this is such an awesome beer. But like I said, even just swirling that, like the carbonation is crazy, very effervescent, almost like that champagne drying quality on the finish of it. But just so much dark fruit, currants, raspberries, cherries, even like some figs, raisins. Very sour though, very mouth puckering, just awesome, awesome stuff. So if you guys can get your hands on Consecration, it's not cheap for this little 375 milliliter bottle. I think it was $15.99. I know it's cheaper at the brewery. I mean, I'm in Southern California, so I'm paying extra for bottle shops that carry it. But I think it's absolutely worth seeking out. If you can trade for it, definitely do so. If you can buy it, definitely do so. It's awesome, awesome stuff. I think this gets a 100 on Beer Advocate, and I'm just gonna go out there. I mean, for me, as far as like, this was the beer that got me into sours. I agree with that. I'm gonna give it a 100. This is, as far as sours go, I haven't had crazy sours like Duck Duck Goose or any of the Belgian sours. I don't even know how to pronounce that. Cantillon, those beers. But for me, I mean, this barrel-aged sour, this is perfect. It's a 100. So those of you who have had Consecration, leave a comment below. Let me know what you think. Maybe I'm way off, but this is awesome, awesome stuff. I love it. So I'm gonna wrap this one up, guys. As always, thank you for commenting. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for sharing these videos. Like I said, if you've had this, leave a comment below. Let me know what you think. And until next time, I'll see you guys later. Cheers.